Coach Kirk, thanks for joining us here today. We want to talk to you a little bit to start here about your team's performance throughout the season, what you did get to play. You got to play a few tournaments in the fall, one in the spring, and what you saw from your team in terms of how your team keeps progressing and getting better.
Yeah, I think Dartmouth women's golf is improving every year. I mean, the team's getting some depth now, so it's kind of nice to have multiple players that can count. I think this year, cumulatively, we just shot team stroke average was 303.3, which is the best in school history. I was looking forward to going to Ivies. I think this is the strongest team I've ever had here. Obviously, it's just a little disappointing. I think starting with the fall, we had a good showing. And then, moving to, the winter, they were training well in Leverone with the simulator. We're doing some yoga. And, played really well down at Florida Atlantic. Finished fourth out of 14 teams. Angela Zhang shot even par for 3 rounds, a school record. Continued training, came back. I think the team really have a winning mentality. This is a great mindset that we have going. Then we get to March.
Well, Coach, you certainly had a promising team heading into the meat of the spring schedule in the Ivy League championships. But unfortunately, the pandemic came along and destroyed those ideas. But now, tell us a little bit about what you did when the news came down as it was filtering through, how you were trying to manage the season. You didn't know if it was going to continue or not, or things started getting canceled, and how you were going to manage the rest of the season. Tell us a little bit about what you were planning on during that time.
Everything was changing, as we all probably know and experience, by the hour. Day by day, hour by hour. First, we thought spring trip was canceled. I made phone calls to each player individually because I was traveling, but wanted to make sure that they were okay. They still had to finish up some exams. I was looking at plan B. Do you drive to Philadelphia? Do you drive to Pinehurst? But then obviously all the states, one by one, were just, not being able to travel, emergencies. And, then obviously as an institution, I think we made the right call for the safety of everybody. And even look where we are now, we're in April here, but, spring trip's canceled. Then we're waiting a couple days. Do we know if the season's canceled? Then that kind of comes. Then everyone has to go home. So then, we're originally supposed to go on spring trips. So then I'm helping the players shuffle to find flights to Vancouver, LA. One girl drove to Tennessee, and that went all smoothly. We got through that fire drill a little bit, and the kids all got home safely, which was great news.
Well, now that your players are scattered about the country, how are you managing those players and keeping them engaged and staying on top of things so they're ready to go for the next season?
You have to do what you have to do. I will say I've been checking in with the student athletes daily with fun stuff, just to stay connected with them. It's not so much about golf. I jokingly one morning, hopefully a few of them are going to try them, and the U.S. Women's Open got moved to December. I said it was nice for the USGA to move that for us. Kidding aside, keeping it light. We Zoom called last night just to kind of check in with them, make sure, I think each student's kind of transitioning a little bit different with the online education. I don't think it's their favorite way, but obviously I think they're trying to do the best they can. But I'm not really worried about the motivation with this group as they're such competitors. We'll be ready to play in the future. Right now my biggest goal is, I think, just to support them as students and make sure their well-being is, taken care of. But I'm excited for the future, and I think we're ready to hopefully win an Ivy League championship is really where we're headed.